Do you think that you have to be mischievous to a certain extent? I'm not saying completely, but to a certain extent to survive or work in club spaces, particularly, as I said, bottle service and hostessing?
Yes. I'm not going to lie. Yes, you have to be, because also
Nyatsanda,
no.
Hi guys, welcome to
Girl Culture.
I'm your host, the MBOKODO _ and I'm with
Hi guys, my name is Shy, aka Shy Moon, aka Shy Baby.
Period.
Hey guys, I'm Pobby Brooks, your girl, not Boggs and not Books.
Yes.
Brooks.
Period. Period. Sana. Okay, so in Girl Culture will basically be this is a show that's about exploring womanhood and femininity. I think they are disturbing me there by the conversation. Okay. Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. So Girl Culture is about exploring womanhood and femininity in different spaces, tackling and debunking stereotypes that women are faced with, and just basically creating a safe community and a safe space through conversations. It's just a conversation, ladies.
It's just a conversation. We're just talking.
We're just going to be talking, chopping it up. Please
And
don't
it's
crucify
our
us.
opinions.
Don't
Please.
crucify us, please. Okay, we're going to play a game that's called Is It a Deal Breaker If, right? So I'm going to give you scenarios and you'll just imagine you have a friend that does this and you're going to tell me if you'd accept that type of person.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that? Okay, cool. So the first one is it a deal breaker if your friend abuses substance? So let's say like they drink a lot. Like,
Okay, drinking, the people are alcoholics. So with that one,
yeah.
I don't know, but others, nah. Please don't be a cigarette smoker like you're dying.
Don't overdo
Like,
Don't overdo
that.
it.
I will not tell you what to do, ne?
Yeah.
But you can't be smoking like, we introduced that to me now, no.
Also, like, cigarettes don't smell nice,
don't
ne?
smell
They
good.
don't.
That's
Okay,
sad.
I
I'm
get.
already
Listen.
tolerating you smoking. I don't happy you doing it like this. Nah.
I get it.
So you feel like alcohol is like okay, it's permissible for you, but like other substances you have a problem with.
But then it also kind of depends on how you are with alcohol. If
Okay.
no thank you. I don't want a person who we can't control.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, those-
I don't
yo.
like that. I don't.
I get you.
However, I don't think you can tell an adult what to do. So if you're not my vibe, I just stay away. Simple.
So regardless of whether you OD on substance, it doesn't really matter.
No, it does matter. However, how much influence or how much effort do I have on you to even tell you such stuff? So it'll really depend.
On the vibe.
It'll depend.
What do you think?
Like, if you're my close homie, like my girl, yeah, it's a problem. Because, like, I'm introducing you to my friends, my other friends,
Your
my
family.
family. So I don't know how you're going to be acting. Like, maybe you can come here now, you high off of weed, and then you're just talking nonsense
Yeah.
in front of, like, my family and stuff,
Yeah.
in front of my dad. Like,
Yeah.
that's weird. Right? But, like, if it's, like, distant friends or
Yeah.
whatever, like, and you
Acquaintances.
just acquaintances, as she said, like, I don't have influence in your life like that to be telling you, like, don't
What
do
to do.
stuff. So, yeah.
Personally, I just feel like I can't have a friend that can't control their use of anything.
Thank you.
I can't have a friend that can't, like, even if it's alcohol. I know we all drink, we all like a nice time, but Sana, you need to have limits. You can't be drinking all the
The
time
thing
as
is,
my
though,
friend.
do
I'm
you
sorry.
know that a limit is based on who you are. Your limit is not.
It's
mine.
not-
So
yeah.
if you think, no, you can't drink over limit. What's limit?
So for me, it's frequency. How frequently do you do this? It's not about the alcohol cap that you have in a day. Like, we would say, okay, like 3 bottles. Now I'm counting how many bottles that. Nah. It's how frequently do you do this?
What
For
about
me-
like every weekend? Like, what if they drink
Okay,
every
every weekend I feel like I can get, but also like every day, babe.
Nah, actually every day, babe.
Like a-
Ragoisha, but it depends on. No, honestly, Ragoisha. So if you wanna have a glass a day every day,
Have your
it's
glass a
fine.
day.
However,
Or maybe,
every
okay.
day you are overdosing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
to
where
get
it's a
drunk.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my problem.
You're right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think you put it better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
she
be
did.
drinking
It's
all the
ODing
time
every
to get
day.
drunk. No.
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
what problems are you having to be drinking every day like that?
No, thing is,
Like,
drinking doesn't
over
say
drinking.
problems. That shit tastes good sometimes, eh?
Mara, Chomi,
really
Coke
does.
also tastes good.
Show me.
Fanta,
Coke
grape.
tastes good. Imnati
Oros.
Coke. Coke imnati. Chum.
Oros.
Appetizer.
Like that.
Red Bull.
No, Marilyn Wang. Lenwang, that's the question. You can't be tequila every day. Now I judge you with that.
So what do you think is nice? What do you deem nice?
Sweetness. No, right now
Like cider,
I'm honestly being like a hypocrite.
Champagne is also sweet.
You know, sweets.
But I feel like champagne gets you drunk.
It depends
On
which
which
champagne,
side,
because
yeah.
some champagne is better.
Yeah, I know.
And then
but like,
others are sweet.
at least we have that variety of like sweetness in
Sweetness, you know, something
in champagne.
That is, I feel like also it's very hypocritical with me, but if you drink something just because you're drinking and you're not enjoying what you're drinking, that's my problem. Why are you out here drinking tequila every day if you find it disgusting? I do, personally. So you won't find me, but give me a good, example, brutal fruit.
You like brutal?
It's nice. No, just...
Specifically, guys, I'm sorry. Ice trapeze.
Really?
Yeah.
That thing is sweet though.
It's not. I feel like compared to brutal fruit,
Yeah.
your strawberry rouge, your ruby
Yeah,
apple,
or like
guys are...
brutal fruit is
it's too
sweet.
sweet.
Like it's
I
hella
think it's
sweet.
appetizer. Ice trapeze doesn't make sense to me.
Really?
Why? I've once had like a good 12 ice trapeze and I'm like, okay, what's going on?
You didn't get drunk?
Nothing's happening. Yeah.
Are you serious?
A whole 12. Or maybe the people that I was with were just...
Not a vibe. Yeah.
But I was just like, nothing's happening. I need something.
Stronger.
And there was nothing. So, oh, by the way, I drink flying fish.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't it taste like beer?
They say so. I think it's nice. Beer or not.
So
But I don't drink beer.
okay, then how do you stomach things like brutal fruit that are so sweet?
I've only recently kind of like started tasting the sweetness. Back in the day, now it was good. But maybe my adult self is going into the beer side.
The period, girl. That's it. There's
but
nothing wrong.
Honestly speaking, I'm like, you know what? Flying fish is giving, man, a bit of, it's different. It's different.
There's a balance maybe from cider to beer. It's because it's not like...
Yeah,
I think the
it's
taste is not
yes,
giving
yes.
Black Label.
Yes,
Definitely.
exactly.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah.
Definitely would not.
Yeah.
But then with it, I'm just like, yeah. Astropes,
I think
Guys,
for
I'm
me, it's
sorry.
like my favorite cider is Chateau Del Rey.
Oh, yes,
like that sparkling
the
wine.
green one.
Girl, that thing slaps. Like 4 of those, you good.
I know.
You good.
You know, it
like,
does get you drunk.
Yo, like,
it does get you drunk.
and
Shame.
it's a nice lit. Like I
Yeah.
really like that one. And Savannah, guys, you can never go wrong with Savannah.
Yo,
I am telling you, guys, that thing is a cold. Do you know a cold, like a cold one? How, guys, that thing it goes in. Like I actually,
My
No,
babes.
if I want to plug, I go with Chateau. But give me Savannah now and there's nothing to drink, now keep it.
Same.
why are people so biased against Savannah, guys? What did Savannah do to you guys?
Bias, it doesn't taste good.
That's the thing. When I drink something, I need to enjoy what I'm
exactly
drinking.
my
Okay,
point.
it's just
I'm not
preference.
chasing
Okay.
the drunk mode. I'm not chasing black. Guys, we won't finish him.
Yeah, we won't.
Okay, is it a deal breaker if your friend is overly religious? So like we go to church either every day or like 3 times a week, or they believe in, because by religious I don't mean Christianity specifically, right? Maybe they believe in ancestral stuff and whatever, and like they're like tokoza every day. You know, they're tokoza every day.
No, I think go to church, do whatever you want, but do not force your things on me.
That's
Exactly.
the problem.
If you bring
That's
all of that
exactly
in
what I
my
was going to
environment,
say.
then nah, thank you.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yo,
Don't
yo.
push it too much onto me. Like,
Yeah.
don't try and convert me now to a
Yes.
Muslim or to whatever it is that you
Yes.
believe in. Like, that's fine.
Not even necessarily converting. You know, people who like, even when we're just chilling, you're all about that.
Yo,
Oh, my sister.
one mistake, Nyana.
No, my
I got drunk,
sister.
but God doesn't want this.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister.
Like, don't judge. Don't make me feel like you're judging me.
Yeah.
Like, don't make me feel like, oh, like I'm a bad person or
Yeah.
for like drinking
Yeah.
or smoking habli or
Yeah.
for whatever it is. Like, don't do
I
that.
think we can assume that we don't mind people believing in whatever religions that they believe in, but we do mind people imposing their religions on us
Yes.
and trying
Standard.
to coerce us or trying to lead us or have an opinion. Like for me also, if you are religious and you don't have a personality outside of your religion,
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
So
hold
your
your
whole
hand.
religion is your
actually
whole
about to ask them,
personality.
like,
Okay.
Let's not talk about, say they like imposing their opinions about religion on you, but they just like that.
Yeah.
I've recently had like an encounter that was like that. And then I was like, you know what? Unfortunately, I can't chill with her again because there's nothing we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing.
Yeah. You're bland.
Like, yes, you understand? I was like,
Yeah.
what would I say to you? Like,
or maybe you're not
especially if
bland.
you're not even open-minded. You don't
Yeah.
even wanna. I'm like,
Yeah.
So you're not imposing, really.
Yeah.
But you're just also not relatable.
But there's
Yes.
nothing outside of you
Yeah.
other than
You
religion.
can still be fun and sociable and still be religious. You don't have to drink. You don't have to smoke. You don't
Yeah.
have to do whatever it is that
Yeah.
you're doing. But just be like a cool girl.
Yeah.
Like be a cool girl, and you're Muslim, you're Christian, whatever it is, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you still be friends with someone, or is it a deal breaker if someone or a friend of yours has a fragile ego? A fragile ego, or like is overly sensitive. They get pissed easily.
Dude, I have
I'm
dark
gonna wrap this
jokes.
up because I had a whole
I
lot that time.
can tease you, like I won't lie. Like I will tease you, I will poke you, like dog, I will hostler you as a friend. So it's like if you're too fragile like that, like, and I'm making a joke and you're too sensitive about it, then no. Like it's like ish. It's not gonna work out in the long run because I'm always gonna be hurting your feelings and you're gonna feel like I'm a bad guy, and I'm not. I'm just like, I'm just playing.
But also,
like,
the guys, we can't shy away from the fact that some things are said in jokes. Some very dark things sometimes come out as jokes. So sometimes
like
it's
undercut,
not,
type of comments
you
that are
throwing in your opinion,
not
No,
not disses, not like
even.
You think that doesn't happen?
It does happen, but then, like she said, if you're like a person who... I have dark humor.
exactly.
Like, I have dark humor. My dad died recently, and I was like, nobody will find that funny.
Yeah.
Nobody will find that funny.
Yeah.
But then I don't expect you to. It's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm not really like trying to... I'm not. And I even tell my friends, I'm just like, I don't know how I'll be when I get there, because what comes out of this mouth, oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm not
literally.
even offensive. But to answer your question, I do actually become friends with like, overly sensitive people, because I kind of read the environment. I don't really blurt out. I look at who you are, and then I see, maybe I switch personalities.
Yeah.
I see who I need to be around you.
Yeah.
And then when you meet my other friend and I'm like a super different person, you're just like,
This you?
but yeah.
Ooh, actually, there was another point here, and it was a question like, is it a deal breaker if you have a friend that switches up when there's other people around? So I feel like what you just said kind of ties into that.
It
It's
does.
not switching. That's the thing. It's not switching up when I'm with other, because switching up is like, now I'm different to you. No,
Yes.
I'm different with you and I'm different with you. That's like it. Not necessarily that now I treat you differently because I see my friends. No, I'm with you.
You're still my friend.
You're still my friend. I still give you the same vibe, and I give you your vibe. And that's it. I don't know if you.
What do you think about it?
For me, it's tricky. I don't think I change vibes with people. We don't have the same conversations, and we're not fueled by our friendship is not fueled by the same thing. So there's certain
It
conversations
didn't start
that,
off of as like the same.
Yeah.
Like what I relate to you with is not the same as what
Yes.
I
Yeah.
relate to you
No,
with.
but that, like, for me, there's no energy shift. So like, it's not like my other friend is going to come and say, oh, so you bubbly with this one, but you're not bubbly with me. It's still the same
not
personality.
That, not that. Exactly what you're saying right now.
Okay.
That's kind of me. But I'm just saying, like, if say I'm vulgar with this one, and this one has many times said to me, please stop being vulgar. It's stuff like that. Not
Okay.
necessarily that I change personality, and I'm like, no, not that.
Okay. Do you have anything to add?
No, you guys said everything. Like regards to that, you guys said everything.
Okay, fine. Okay. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing something controversial. Something controversial, something that stays on people's mouths. And I think it would be nice because I believe that I'm with young women that find themselves in these spaces, that have navigated these spaces, that can maybe give and shed more light on what actually happens in these spaces. From the horse's mouth, because people always have assumptions. I think that's what we deal with the most, guys. Assumptions, stereotypes. Everyone has something to say about what happens in those spaces. So I think it would be nice if we unpack some things to a certain extent.
It's unpacked.
Yeah, of what happens in the club. We're going to be discussing club culture. Are you ladies ready?
I am ready for this one. I am ready.
Okay, the first question that I have, which is something a little bit light, is do you guys think working in the club can be considered a conventional job? Is it a real job? Do you think it's a real job?
I think it is. I think it's definitely a real job because, I mean, you're getting paid. Like, is it not
To
a
be
real
more
job if you're getting
specific,
paid?
I'm
Like,
talking about maybe hostessing and bottle service, because maybe if we're
because
talking
it's
from a
like-
manager's perspective, maybe they can have a little bit more argument as opposed to us. I think when you're a bottle girl or you're a host or hostess, the dynamic is different.
Thing is, some people actually live off of being a hostess or a bottle girl. Like that is your gig.
That's
That
your
is
bread
your
and
job.
butter.
That's your bread.
And you pay rent with that money. You upkeep yourself, like everything. Like take yourself to school, whatever it is that you're doing. Like that is your job. Like that is what you do every day, whether hostess, bottle service, waiter, whatever in the club. Those are people's jobs. The bouncers, that's his job. He comes to work every single evening.
Okay, I'm gonna play. I'm sorry, you guys are gonna hate me, but I have to play devil's advocate, right? Hostessing and bottle service particularly, and these are the ones. Yes, particularly those ones, because we don't get paid like your 9 to 5 people get paid. You don't dress like how people in corporate dress. You understand? So there's different stereotypes, and I'll say a connotation that comes with being in those types of spaces, and whether it's a job or not. So that's why I asked this question. Would you say? I mean, guys, we can't say just because you're getting paid, it's a job. Like, there's a lot of things you can do and
Like
get
what?
paid.
Being a shower.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
You know, I think the reason working at the club is a job, is a question. The reason that's a question is because of what you just mentioned. Everything that surrounds being at the club. And because it's a very stereotypical thing. It's people who think they have like, it's very biased. I'm going to make an example with like the stupidest things. I'm talking your influencer stuff when you're like posting and whatever. Someone may ask, do you think that's a real job? Because if it wasn't for even if she didn't post it, I was gonna buy it anyway. You know, some people can criticize influencers and say, hey, like that's not a job. But then there are people who are actually making a living off of being a host, being an influencer who's like, whether or not you know what difference that they make. The same way that I as a host can say, do you understand that when I go to the club, there's money that comes in, there's social media noise that comes out. There's what. So what you may consider not a job, yes, it pays. Yes, it does something. There's so many things out here that we don't even think exist, but they actually do.
Okay, so what you are basically saying is that we can change the narrative around what we deem as jobs in this century. It has to change at some point.
Unfortunately, with this topic, it's surrounded against like many controversies, alcohol, outfits. So now it has too many bad things associated with it for it to be considered
a real job.
They're not really looking at the picture of it being, this is my bread. They are looking at what's surrounding that environment, which is unfair. If you're going to ask if something is a job, let's look at that. Let's leave the other things on the side. It's like being a lawyer and defending bad people. It's still bad, that side, but nobody's looking at that. They're saying, no, you're a lawyer.
Also, some lawyers are fraudulent lawyers.
That's
but
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If you're going to look at the being a host and the surrounding, and then you say, no, it's not a job.
It's not a real job, exactly.
Then look at a lawyer and say, you're a lawyer who's surrounded by everything that says bad. No, it's not a job. Honestly.
Okay, so do you want to add anything before I wrap up? Okay, so we can agree that we have to maybe change our ideology and narrative of what we consider a job in the 21st century, because we are coming to the realization that a job doesn't have to be your typical 9 to 5.
Exactly.
We don't have to dress in office wear for it to be, deemed as a job. So
I
think
work 2 times in a week.
Right.
1 time in a week. It's still
you're
still getting enough money.
Yeah.
And it also does not take away from you your entitlement to have an opinion. It's okay. Have it. It's fine.
Shame, I won't lie. Personally, my mom doesn't think I'm working. Like, she's not.
She thinks you groove.
Yeah, no, my mom
She thinks that's what it is. It's
Shame. No,
groove.
my mom is like, when are you getting a job?
Oh, maybe
the job,
like,
when is it coming? I'm like, but my mom, when is the real job coming? So I
maybe
do
explain like to people who don't know what you do for a job, because you don't want to. Sorry.
No, we're here.
Oh, because people, I'd assume people would be like, then what do you do?
Okay, what I'm gonna say is I work in the entertainment space.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm speaking for myself only, but all
we
of
all
us
do.
are in the entertainment space. Somewhere between bottle service, hostessing, hosting. That's what we do. Has anyone been a manager in the club?
No. Well, that's not what I currently do. But I used to do it.
Okay.
I used to host at different clubs and stuff, like just bring my friends, hosting.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into that.
Yeah. Promotions
here and there. I also used to do promotions for like other brands. Like, when you go to an event and you're promoting for Heineken or you're promoting for whatever cigarette that's in like promotion girls.
Promotions.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. But now,
you know, a question that I get a lot from people, and I don't want to answer it today. I just want to ask you guys.
Okay.
What's a host?
It's an important question because I think it ties into my initial question in some way.
What is a host?
I think a host, remember, I think we are getting too deep into questions that I was going to ask, but the motive of the club is to make sure that there's fun. And fun comes with people. And sometimes it's a certain type of people that certain clubs would like to endorse or are drawn more to. I'm not saying all the clubs. Don't cancel me. I'm not saying all the clubs, but certain clubs have a certain crowd and a certain... You look, guys, even office spaces, there's different cultures in different offices, you know. So certain clubs might tend more towards Lekompo, Makadzi, while others would tend more towards Ghana and those type of, you know. So because of that, it attracts different types of crowds, right? People. And sometimes it's a battle to get the crowd that you are looking for. So then you would call, right. So if you are playing Lekompo in your club, I think it would make sense if you'd call Bo Mashebeshid, Bo... What's that lady? I forgot her name. There's a lady that is making the round. I'm right now in Lekompo. I forgot her name. But your Shebeshet, your, you know, those type of people. So I think hosting is similar in that we are trying to get the crowd that caters to the culture and the vibe of this type of space. That's how I'd answer it.
I also think it's also, you know, with this the crowd that you already have attracted. And you want to attract a different crowd. You
diversify.
You want to diversify your place. And I think that's what hosts really do. It's bring in a vibe that people wouldn't even expect could be at this kind of place. Some people really judge the place for how it looks. And the minute that place has like the right people. I wouldn't say the right. Let me not say right. That's a wrong term. Sorry. But it has certain kind of people. Like people call them slay queens or ballers.
Or baddies.
Then it attracts that maybe. If then this place is too boring because of those people and we want more relaxed people, I'm going to call my friend who I know can dance when she gets here.
Yes.
So diversifying.
Yes.
And I also think we kind of look past the making noise on social media. As a host, what's also important is, hey, I'm posting, I'm showing.
You have to show the vibe of
guys.
place.
Marketing is also a job, and just because I'm doing it on Instagram or on TikTok, it doesn't disqualify the fact that it's a job.
Because you're still marketing the place that I'm bringing my people to, and you're actually opening up the place to a different network of people. Because I'm actually exposing my network of people. I'm bringing my friends. I'm bringing my people to your establishment. And just like opening them up to like a nice different experience. Whether it's, okay, I'm not going to mention different clubs, but just different type of vibes. Whether it's events during the day or nightlife. Like there's different, like hosting is not just for the club. That's a thing I also want to like touch on. Like it's not just club at night, 12 p.m. we're there. No, like it's different places like that you can go to. Like,
I agree with that. I think to answer the question, and I hope everyone gets answered and satisfied, hosting is about catering. We are helping the club cater to its crowd, and we are endorsing whatever vision that the club has. So if the club is trying to be like a tavern type of space, then they will call people like, Manje, maybe it's gonna sound
please don't mention this.
See, that's what I was trying to do.
I'm gonna get
That's what I was avoiding.
Guys, not in a bad. Also, tavern is not a bad place, guys. There's different spaces for different types of people. Do you understand? The club is not a bad space. Not the club, the tavern. Ish.
So the club is a bad space?
No, the club and the tavern. It's not bad spaces, guys. Ish, was it? No, tavern I wrong. Tavern is, guys.
If you go to the tavern, you go to the tavern. If you go to the club.
As a girlie in her 20s.
Chumi, I've promoted at a tavern before.
Okay, what kind of, was it like tavern? Oh, baby.
That day, I think there weren't people.
I got oh baby vibe. What does that mean?
No, you know. Oh, on the
table. And I was promoting. It's just that it wasn't full that day.
Really?
Yes.
So you brought your people there?
Chumi, I was promoting.
Oh, okay. You were promoting a brand. Yes, sorry. Yes. I blurred the lines.
I have.
a little
go
bit
wrong,
there.
guys. Please don't.
No, there's nothing
Nanzo
wrong.
can say like,
There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong.
that's the thing. But then I think with what I'm trying to say when it comes to the tavern, I'm not saying it's a bad space.
Yeah.
However, if you're gonna be a tavern owner, we all know that tavern doesn't really need. It doesn't need people to come from. It doesn't need slave queens. The business comes by itself because people always just come to drink for no reason. And then you have another place that probably needs hosts or promotions because they know that Pearl Tusi is coming. You know? So that's different. In a tavern, you will never have Pearl Tusi come and MC and DJ. And, you know?
Guys,
So I
please
think
don't
it's
cancel us.
different.
Yeah,
It's
somebody's
different.
Okay.
So, yeah, give us some cancel.
Please, guys, please. Do you have anything to add? Okay, we have another question. Do you think that you have to be mischievous to a certain extent? I'm not saying completely, but to a certain extent to survive or work in club spaces, particularly, as I said, bottle service and hostessing?
Yes. I'm not going to lie. Yes, you have to be, because also
Nayenzanda,
no, you have to be a little bit like not to say mischievous.
I was about to say define mischievous.
Yeah,
though.
not
What's mischievous?
yeah, not to say mischievous, but like you kind of have to calculate the situation. Like you need to be able to read. Okay.
Calculating isn't being mischievous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
So by mischievous,
that's why
I think when I drafted the question, I was thinking more towards.
Provocative.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna say, provocative
naughty.
and
Okay, then
naughty,
no.
because
Please.
initially what made me think of the question, right? There's an instance where we were working in bottle service, and you know, I know it's maybe, I don't know if it's acceptable or not, and I'm not saying every outfit that Bottle Goes wears I endorse and I'm okay with, but we were wearing relatively short dresses. Our asses were not out. Just by the way, we were not nude and naked, but they were just
Very
They
short.
were not knee length. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. So
Stepeza.
yeah.
You guys were wearing stepezas.
yeah. So one of the girls was like, but uncomfortable, with the dresses. So I thought maybe there's a little bit of mischief or freedom or liberation to a certain extent that you have to have within yourself to be able to survive in these type of spaces. And naughty, guys.
Guys, let's be honest, a little bit,
and
like
naughty.
a little bit,
So,
because
I think-
like it is a very superficial like scene.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, it depends on how you look, how you present yourself. You have to have your makeup nice. You have to look
A certain type of
very
way.
good. Like you have to look sexy. You have to look hot. Like whichever version of hot and sexy is to you. Also,
Whatever that means.
Like whatever that
Right,
means to
right.
you. Because I could be sexy in chic, in some long jeans and some heels and a cute top, or I can be sexy in a short skirt and a bra top. Like whatever it is that's sexy to you, that is what
To add on to that, the reason I don't think you necessarily have to be naughty is, the entire workspace when it comes to the club, it's goal driven. So whatever your goal is in the club tonight, I'm going to do that. My goal is my goal. I'm going to achieve it. So it doesn't necessarily now put me as like a naughty person. I'm naughty inside. No, I just know what
I
the
want.
job wants. I know
Okay.
what, I know what's going to make this happen. So I'm not necessarily naughty. No. I'm just very much goal driven enough to know that, hey, if this is it, then it's like example when you're talking about the dresses and you're talking about like the jeans, the long whatever. One thing about the club, you don't really need to be naked. You don't really need
You
to
don't,
be
that's
fully
why,
dressed.
yeah.
What you need to be is pretty.
just be pretty. That's what I'm saying. It's
Literally.
kind of superficial.
Like you just need to be pretty. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. I swear it doesn't matter. As long as Wena, you look very good. I swear to you, I'm one person who's gonna admit that pretty privilege does exist.
Oh,
Ooh,
girl.
that was
It
going into my
Like,
next question,
it exists
actually.
so much.
Yeah.
I swear I could be wearing the most. They say, but then if my face says,
Then
I'm
you're
in.
automatically in.
You're
Then I'm
automatically in.
you understand? So it's mostly not necessarily even talking about the people who are working because there's a requirement about how you're supposed to look or whatever. But then let's just talk about the club
Oh,
scene
okay,
itself.
I get it.
The
Because I
club
was
scene.
going to actually counter.
Yeah.
Okay,
The club
I get
scene
it.
itself,
Yeah.
going to the club.
Yeah.
I may not have plans at all.
Yeah.
And I go to a door. I say, you know what? Let me go to this 1, 2, 3.
So for
4.
like entry, you
For
think
entry,
okay?
as long as you look good,
You're in.
you're in.
That's true.
But then if you don't look good, whether you're wearing a short skirt, whether you're showing your boobs, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
They won't allow you in.
They won't.
You think so?
I've seen it happen.
I've seen it many times,
I've
guys,
seen
and
it
also
happen.
that's what I'm
Really?
saying. It's very superficial because,
is.
like, for an example, my friend once, they in a line to enter a venue shop. The girl before them, like, she's a little bit bigger, shop. She's a little bit bigger, a little bit darker also,
Yeah.
because colorism is a real thing.
Yeah.
But sharp, and she's in front and she's wearing jeans and sneakers, right? So they'll look at her and they looked at her and they said, like, no, you're not allowed to come in because you're wearing sneakers. Then my friend,
that one I know.
my friend, very beautiful,
Well dressed.
like
Sneakers.
she's wearing sneakers and jeans too,
Oh shucks.
And she goes in.
and she goes in.
So you
see?
think there's
You see,
So there's
You see now.
discrimination.
There is a
that-
certain type of
However,
Hierarchy.
I will try to like kind of, if I was to talk about it, say as me, someone who brings girls obviously to the club.
So you're a hostess.
I am a hostess.
You're not a bottle girl.
I'm not a bottle girl. I used to be, but not anymore. With that, I highly believe it's not about the genes. It's not about even the color of skin when it comes to colorism.
Okay.
It's about how, as in, what pretty is to the other people's eyes. You understand? So yes, everybody believes that they're pretty, but from someone else's eyes, someone may see me and say, I don't
nah,
look
she's not
pretty.
really that pretty. Yeah,
Exactly. So I don't think, yes, colorism does exist, like very much.
very much
Yes.
so.
However, in situations like that, it's not necessarily that. I think it's mostly how attractive you are to the people. If I don't find you attractive enough, I've seen attractive and I don't think you are that. As much as it's something very derogatory or not appropriate or nice to say, it exists. It exists. As long as you are not appealing to people, whether or not
Because there's different types of pretty, yeah.
Yes, because
But-
there's different types of pretty.
Guys, we have to agree that there's almost the conventional standard of beauty that
Yes.
we are living within right now.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Like there is a standard. We can't say,
Yes.
the truth is we can't say it's when I look at myself in the mirror I feel like I'm Beyonce, so I'm
Yes,
Beyonce. I was like, no,
that's what I'm
there's a
trying to
certain
say.
standard of beauty. Like for instance, as a host, right? I'm sure every girl that you come with has to have their wig laid or their hair done, like neatly.
Like they have to, yes.
And neatly is also subjective. Do you understand?
Even if it's braids, I'm trying to say, like even if it's braids,
Okay.
as long as
They look
neat.
good.
neat, you look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have to have your makeup done.
Exactly.
So no matter how much of a
no, actually.
Okay.
You don't have to have your makeup done. There's people with
that are
Beautiful
fire. Yeah,
skin.
yeah,
that
yeah,
bang.
yeah.
fair skin.
Hi.
That I
You
fully agree on.
understand?
Yeah.
As long as much as you have a face, I know people who like kind of take advantage of their face card, which is very strong. And then just because your face card is strong, you just pull up looking like, oh yeah, makuleng, my sister. Okay, yeah, you're pretty. But then please.
But
come
put
dress
some
up.
effort. Put some effort.
So I think that's where the
Okay.
issue is. However, you don't have to have makeup at the club unless if your face card really, as long as
I don't think.
yeah.
I don't think so. According to what you're saying because you made an example previously. You said that you could have a lethal face card, but still
You have to put
Dress.
yes.
Yeah.
So I guess we can conclude that effort has to come from your side.
effort. It does.
And effort that meets whatever standard of beauty
Standards
that we are
today,
living within.
yes.
And you know what, guys? In as much as it's nonsensical and it's sour, but if you want to go to the club, that's just the club rules. We don't set them.
That's the club
That's
culture.
just the club. That's the
That's
club
it.
culture.
Like
exactly.
you have to dress.
If you don't want to dress up, I'm sure there's places where you can go to when
that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's,
But what we can talk about, remember I said not the makeup. Makeup you can come with your face. The heels. The clubs that don't want you to come in without heels.
yeah.
They sell, they
Yes.
rent shoes downstairs. They rent heels.
Literally,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
Like they don't
See,
want
now
any
that one,
sneakers.
yeah.
Like I know, and
Do
I
you feel
hate
like
that.
it's debatable?
No, it's not debatable. You can add on and say, unless if you're coming with a kono of a bola, then they know him and they're like, nah, you good.
Yeah, if they know the guy that he's
Yeah.
about to spend, they're not
Actually,
they're not
Come
gonna
to think of it. Hey, what was one?
They're
You're
not gonna
right.
deny
As long as
you,
you're
right.
with the right person, then
Right.
you go in with your sneakers.
or
Right.
somebody very
However,
popular.
So not for when you're working within the space.
No.
But when you are coming to have fun, then there are certain standards that can
That
be
you have
tweaked
to.
Yeah.
depending on who you know and who you are.
Yeah, obviously when you're working,
Real.
there's a uniform.
Yeah.
Like you guys have to wear heels, even if it's
Yeah.
not long heels,
Yeah.
but like kitten heels.
Yeah.
The uniform, whatever you guys are dressing in that day, or even as a hostess or
Yeah.
a host, there's a certain like you have to dress up. Like you have to look good. But it also depends on the place, as you said. It depends on the establishment. Like
Also, the wearing sneakers thing. Wearing sneakers, say me as a host, where it's required for me to
Wear
be in
heels.
and whatever. I think how you look is lethal.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know how people will literally be wearing the dumbest thing with a Gucci shoe, and then they think they look good, and they still allow them. And I'm
or a
like,
Dolce and
"Bitch, you
Gabbana
still look
shoe.
very bad, eh? Gucci or not?
Oh,
Like,
that
you
Dolce
really
Gabbana
don't.
shoe. I really don't like that shoe.
Yeah.
Which
That
one?
Dolce and Gabbana shoe.
There's one I
The
really
all
like.
white one. And it's
There's
just
one I
written
really-
Dolce.
Here at the back.
No, the one on the side or at the back.
I love the one that's written Dolce here and Gabbana on the other shoe and it's white. Please. I
Not
love
that one. The one that's written Dolce on the side. Dolce and Gabbana. I don't like that sneaker, but sorry, we're going off topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I wanted to say something, but I feel like we'll just run out of time and there's so much to talk about. What criteria do you guys think is used for girls to work in the club? And I think we've almost answered that to a certain extent.
Yeah, we kind of have.
Yeah.
What do you,
The
sorry?
criteria that is used for a girl to work in the club.
You
It
have to
depends
be
on the
pretty.
department. It depends on the department. Are you a bottle girl? Are you a host? Are you
But I
a
think for bottle-
bottle girls already have their uniform. But they
Yeah.
have to have is like shoes, the shoes that are appropriate for the club.
Mm.
And then when it comes to hosts, hosts have a variety. Eh?
So for me, I think the criteria between bottle service and hosting or hostessing is actually the same. Because for you to get the job, I feel like you have to be a similar person to either go into hostessing and bottle service.
Yeah.
That's why if you can't get into bottle service, you can easily go
can
into
easily go into
hostessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, again, it's very superficial. You have to look good. You have to look pretty. You have to
Conventionally pretty.
have conventionally
that is-
pretty at best.
Yeah.
You have to have your nails done, your hair done.
Sana,
you
I
know?
don't have them done,
I was
but
about to
okay.
say,
Yeah, but like just like you have to look very presentable,
Yeah.
regardless. Like you have to look good. Like you just have to.
Do you think weight matters?
Wait. No, when it comes to what? Hosting or
Both. It's
with
maybe
hosting
bottle.
now.
Actually, it's
Let
not
me tell
both,
you
'cause it's
guys
not the same
something
thing.
also about hosting. It's like, who do you know also?
Yeah.
Because if
Really?
it really also depends on who do you know.
Okay.
If I can bring big ballers,
Oh, okay.
or I
okay,
can
okay,
bring
okay.
a squad of very beautiful ladies, that are a vibe, that are very nice and fun. They bring a vibe to the place. Me as a host, even if I'm not that pretty, maybe
Yeah,
like
that is
I'm a
true.
5 or
That is
4, whatever, like whatever standard, we're talking about.
I
but
fully agree with you.
it depends on who am I bringing.
So
with
what are
that
you
being
bringing to the
said-
table?
What am I bringing to the table?
I was about to say that. However, with that being said, if you think about it, the only reason you're going to be hired to begin with is because they know
What
you
you're
have
capable
connection.
of, right?
They wouldn't just take
Right.
you out of the purple
Right.
to come
Right.
in and work.
Right.
And like a conventional
Right.
pretty girl. They will
Right.
take
So it
them and say, hey,
depends.
come and work. But then mostly if you're like not conventionally attractive and you found yourself to be a host and you have those connections, it's because they know.
They know that you have them. Yeah.
Maybe someone is watching and asking, what is conventionally pretty? Because we keep on saying conventionally pretty.
Conventionally is basically kind of like an idea that is went with
That surrounds
today.
beauty.
Yeah, not necessarily beauty. Anything that surrounds whatever is happening in today's world. I would say
Okay.
the 21st century.
Yeah.
So beauty.
Because
what-
beauty back then is not the same as
not
it
As
the
was
beauty
now.
now.
Like-
Right. So I guess when we talk about conventional beauty, we're just talking about meeting a certain standard and a
That today's
certain
society
yes that
agrees
it
upon.
requires.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
it's not to say there's someone that's ugly or whatever. I think you can still be pretty but not meet
Yeah,
the baddie
yes,
standard
the baddie
or that
standard.
conventional,
However, though, if you say the baddie standard,
Mm.
that's still, it doesn't really encompass conventional like that because being conventional is anything. It's anything. So you don't have to be a baddie to be a conventionally beautiful person today. Like example, with an outfit.
Mm.
I may host every day and most times I am clothed. Most people would not
Oh,
necessarily
okay.
consider me a baddie.
Oh, just because really?
Like if I'm like regularly clothed, I
Like
don't
fully
have makeup
clothed.
on.
Okay, so then what defines a baddie then?
Exactly.
Now
That's
we're
what I
going
was
into
going to
another
ask.
question.
Yes.
What defines a
Yes.
baddie?
I won't say what defines a baddie. I would say what people would define a baddie is the same thing as kind of what people would say a slay queen is. But they're not necessarily the same like that. I would say a baddie is someone that really pulls off any style. And by any style, I'm talking to fully dressed, fully dressed,
yeah.
to
That's true.
not really dressed like that, kind of half naked, to that's a bad. You pull off a lot of things. You pull off like an attitude that's associated with being a
A
baddie.
baddie.
Yeah, but-
Do you
so-
think?
Sorry.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Do you think it has anything to do with men? Let's be honest.
No. Being a baddie, being a slay queen has everything.
So there's
to
a
do with it.
So can you be
There's
a bad that doesn't date ballers?
Yes.
Like
That's
your
true,
boyfriend
they
is
are.
just a bro.
They are like,
Yes.
I'm with my boyfriend. I'm a baddie, but like I'm not out here and about like.
And
doing
it's
I
not
agree.
inspired you as a
Yeah,
slay queen.
I
If
agree.
they call you a slay queen, I just know her.
You are out and about
Personally,
here.
I feel like slay queen is like the old term for
You-
the
for
old
baddie.
because we are
Yes,
baddies. Like,
yes.
did I say we?
It's okay if you're a
Yeah,
baddie,
that,
girl. It's okay.
It's
okay
You
to
know,
be a
I'm gonna
baddie.
say she thinks she would.
Hey, man, those comments,
Hey,
yo,
people
you
are
know
very
the comment
brutal.
section,
So
guys.
no, pardon
Don't come
me.
for us.
Pardon
please.
me, but like I think slay queen is just like the
new
OG
term.
version
Yes,
of what's
something
going on
like-
now.
Oh yeah,
They
sorry.
still say it, eh? Like I would say
Really?
though, yeah, people still say it. I'm not talking people in the in the
Club
city
scene.
center, in the club scene. Nah, that's but then go
Like
back
old
guys,
people.
go back to guys. So
Yeah, they definitely. Oh,
Kiss Slay Queen, oh nah.
it's still there. It's still
It
there.
is. It is.
okay, guys. I want to know what kinds of relationships have emerged, if any, or encounters that you've had with girls, particularly in the club.
Encounters.
Yeah. So, have you been able to forge a friendship and form a real solid friendship? Have you had encounters where the girls were just feeling themselves a bit too much and they got a little rude? You don't have to obviously say who was rude.
Just
where
in
and-
general, like not working
General
there, but
encou-
just
No,
being
working. I
going-
think working would
Are
make
we
more
talking about
sense.
working there
Or even
specifically?
in
General, just going to the
yeah,
club.
About entertainment
both.
industry environment.
Yeah,
Oh,
whether
just
you're
in
working or
general.
just in
The whole industry. Okay.
Yeah.
I think especially when it comes to girls, guys, there's like a certain there's something called club etiquette.
Okay.
If as ladies, we are seated here, nah, sharp, we seated, we chilling, me and my friends, like let's say the three of us, we're chilling, sharp, no problem. Then another group of ladies come and then they don't greet. And we're all chilling in the same section. We're
Gosh,
all
guys.
in the same section and you guys don't greet, you just sit and you look at us like this. Then 2 minutes, you want me to pass you the habli. What do you mean? You did not even greet me. Like,
Guys, this
like you
greeting
acted
thing is a
as if
serious thing.
it's
I
a
don't want to
very
lie. It's a
serious
serious thing.
Now
Personally,
we're not.
I take offense, Shem.
Yeah, like why
Because we're
aren't you
black.
greeting
We're
me?
in South Africa, babe. Like,
It's
what do
common
you mean
decency.
you can't say hello? I'm
It's
not asking to be your
manners.
friend. Just have manners.
And
like,
even
greet.
in a polite way, you know, people who say hi.
I mean, I prefer. It's better to say hi. As long
No,
as
I'm
it's
not
me.
talking about just saying hi. I'm talking about people who like
Ah,
in my table.
And that's you see that's what I don't like. It's when this is my section. We're all here. We're drinking. It could be because of me. You understand? And now you don't want to greet me, and you want to drink the champagne. The champagne, you want to drink it, but the greeting. What's going
and
on?
also it's no
Guys,
longer as fun anymore because it's nice like when we all just as girlies coming together, we're just having fun, we're dancing. So like when you come with that attitude like of
But
being
let's be honest.
a
Let's
baddie.
be honest. You know, as girls, we so guys, quite tabby at this point.
Yeah.
Because, you know, let's take it from the other side. I am the girl that's coming. And I'm not getting the vibe that you even want me there. So I'm not even gonna try.
No guys.
Like it happens.
Babe, no.
Like
Listen,
it does
I
happen.
I'm so sorry. I have to counter because when you get to a table, whether there's a vibe or not, you have to greet. It's manners.
Fair. No, not necessarily greeting. I'm talking about even the vibe itself.
It's
From
fine.
then
No,
on,
here we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
like-
greeting.
Yeah, we were talking
You
about
see,
greeting. The
greeting
vibe, it's fine.
specifically,
Because
the
not
vibe-
everyone is going to befriend you, mama. Not everyone is
Exactly.
going to find your aura inviting.
Exactly.
Or you might also not find some people inviting. Like sometimes
Exactly.
you might get to a place and just feel like,
Yeah, these people are just being weird. But
you
like, yeah,
understand.
just common decency.
Mara,
Just
guys,
greet.
greet.
Just
Yeah.
greet. Just greet, literally.
Guys, please
yeah.
greet.
Do you wanna say
Do
something?
something?
Okay.
Yeah, no. So we have a problem with the fact that girls don't greet. Is there anything else that you've had a problem with, or encounters that you've had where the attitude was a bit?
No, I've come to believe I'm the problem, so I don't really go into that. No,
Okay.
like I said, I just told
That's
you.
some good self-reflection, though.
No, I really.
It takes a lot for a
I
person to say,
Okay,
I'm the
not
problem.
necessarily that I'm the problem in I give people bad vibes. I really don't. No. However, I think also I don't really interact enough to have somebody, you know. I'm not talking
Have
about the
that
greeting
chance
part, not the greeting part.
to have
I'm
the
talking about
chance to
attitudes,
even-
yeah.
okay.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I don't really enough.
So you've
However,
never had anyone give you attitude
No,
while you were
I-
working?
thing is the reason because
Excuse
I
me.
think I'm the problem. I don't really pay attention to it much. The minute you mean to me, I'm like, okay.
Nothing
Yeah.
And then I
new.
let it be. Like I was like, cool.
Okay, can I add?
Yes.
Also, overly friendly. Like, have you guys ever had that encounter?
Yeah.
I've had that encounter when a girl is like too friendly. Like already told me like that yet. Re fetsa kopana. Re fetsa kopana.
You're
We literally
hating.
just met. Like now
Make an
you
example.
all
Now I'm
like
calling you Chomi and you don't like it.
no, you can call me Chomi. Chomi is not
It's
like
not
a is
Yeah, it's
Chomi
not,
is just
yeah.
Chomi like
Yeah.
sharp. Hi Chomi.
It's
sharp.
like, hi girl.
What is
Yeah,
overly
but now
friendly?
like
What is overly
you're always
friendly?
leaning on me, you're always hugging me, like you always just like you want to go with me everywhere.
Yeah,
Like
nah,
you,
that's-
do you understand? Like calm down, like
Boundaries.
boundaries, exactly. Like just
Guys.
chill a little bit. No, Chomi, like this
What
is
if I like you? I like your vibe. I just met you. I think you're beautiful. I think I'm beautiful. And I think we could be bomb. We could be pop-up
yeah,
girls.
we can
Get
be
the vibe back from
get the
me
vibe
and
back
then
from
we-
me, then we can
Just take it
build from
slow.
there.
No, but what if you were also cordial? Maybe not friendly, but cordial. And I saw that as a cue that you're inviting. You don't mind.
And then you hold my hand. Okay, let's
Hey, I chose me.
Oh come on! If I held your hand, took you to the toilet right now, out of the purple.
Like let it progress.
You understand?
Let it
Yeah,
progress
just
to
let
that.
it-
Like
Do you
let
think
us
it's
chill.
awkward?
Let's talk.
Guys, I don't
Let's
know.
let's
yourself-
mingle. You know, like let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's mingle. Oh yeah, like I like your shoes. Then it
Yeah, it
slowly
builds up. It builds
progresses
up.
to
Okay,
that.
wait.
Not just out the pink, like out the jump. Like you just also erratic. You know, like that
Like,
that
I don't
girl
know
that's
you.
like
Like, is
like
it a
too
situation
much.
of like, I don't know you, don't know me, but like, I'm
like
in
you
your
just
face.
yeah, you in my face. Like
At
you
all. Like, I don't even know your name, nothing.
dude, we just met. Hi, how are you? Sharp. No. Like now you just coming with a lot. Like you just being a lot. Nah,
Alright.
Damn,
I
you
don't
guys are brutal. You
No,
are-
As much
don't
as
be a lot.
As much as I understand her point, but I won't lie. I think she even knows that. I allow it. I don't
Same,
know
like-
if I mind, né, because I've never really thought about it that much.
Then
but
you
I
exactly.
do allow it, and I kind of give this.
Because I feel like it's just being friendly. I can't sit here and gauge how friendly I've gotten when I was lit in clubs to other people.
Fair.
And maybe if I've infringed on boundaries that they have, and maybe they weren't as drunk as I was. You
Yeah.
understand? So I can't sit here and say, no, you can't touch me like that. Or you
No, it's
No,
not like I
that.
say
No,
anything.
not that.
Like if you coming at me with that energy, trust me, I am still gonna be like, hi,
But
yeah,
you
sharp.
don't
But you just
But I
appreciate
don't
it.
like, yeah, like personally, like myself, I do go home and be like, ish, but she was a little bit too much. Like she's just a little bit too
but
much. Like
super.
you nhlupile kancane, but it's
Super.
fine. You know, she's
Yeah,
still
you say
sweet.
fine.
Like, you know, it's still cool. But
yeah.
I think I don't think about it. It happens, but I don't. I'm just like, okay.
Okay. To wrap it up, these conversations, guys. The list of questions I wrote and the fact that we're only on number 3 is crazy.
no, yeah.
But to just wrap everything up, I think we've had a very fruitful and educating conversation. I won't lie. Like you've learned something about people that are in the club spaces, the club space as a working environment, although we didn't go as deep as I would have liked because of time constraints. But I think we have educated people and shed light on the type of space that it is. And unfortunately, I'll call them battles that we have to meet up, like your conventional beauty standards that we have to meet up to qualify, to be in the space, to be flourishing in the space, you know. And it's unfortunate, guys. I want to wrap up with this question and say, do you think the club space is a healthy environment to work in?
No.
No.
No? So you wouldn't encourage anyone to? Yeah.
No. Like it's really not. Yes, you get in the bag, but let that not be your future, your career path. Like nah.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not something you can pursue
I
for
think
long.
it has like also a strain on your body. Like, you know, going out every single
You're
day.
dancing, you're intoxicated.
You're dancing, you intoxicated, you always in that space. Like it can have a real like
Detrimental effect.
like it can drain your body. Sometimes you'll just be so tired. Like so no, like I don't think it's really healthy for the long run. As she said, for the long run, no. Like not for a long time. Just a good time, not a long time.
We're here for the good time, not a long time, you know. Oh, guys, I won't share my opinion because I feel like I'm a little bit contradictory sometimes. So
That's okay though.
hey, what can say? Like, hey, they're gonna cancel me. I'm afraid of trending. Shem, I won't like, guys. I'm afraid of trending. But I think this has been a fruitful episode. I hope people that learned everything that's around a little bit. Although we didn't get time to share, you know, yeah. But I hope that we were able to shed a little bit of light. This is girl culture, so we discuss anything that pertains to girls. It doesn't have to be specifically the club. Anything that's girly, if you feel like you're a baddie and you're killing it, and you could be office work, you could be a medical doctor, you could be in astronomy, whatever it is. If you are a girl that is doing what you should be doing and getting your bag and not bothering anyone, we're for that. And it's just a conversation, as I said.
It's just a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just us. Oh, yes. Guys, this is just how we feel.
Who says who? Do they think they are? We don't think
we didn't set the rules. We
are here to just shed light on our experiences, our opinions. It's just a conversation.
It's just a conversation.
Catch us next time on Girl Culture.
Bye, guys.